you saw me do this to my locks, you think I've lost my mind. 10 ridiculous things I do to my locks that actually make sense. Let's go. Number 1, applying shea butter on dry hair. Now, before you get angry and click out of this video thinking, oh, this person doesn't know what she's saying, calm down and hear me out. I know people say your hair needs to be damp first, and I get it, and that's usually true in some cases. But sometimes your hair doesn't feel dry because it lacks water. It feels dry because it lacks lubrication. So if I've been wetting my hair back to back for the past few days and it still feels dry, I already know that hydration isn't the problem, but what I need is lubrication. And it's at times like this that I apply just shea butter. In this clip now, I'm touching my face just after running my hand on my hair after applying the shea butter, and there's absolutely no grease to show that my hair is completely greaseless. And that's something you need to aim for, because obviously you don't want your hair to be oily or greasy, because that will attract dust and lint, which isn't good for locks. I literally soak my locks in warm water to deep condition it, and I find that this works for me better than applying products. I just put my hair in warm water, no products, no oils, no conditioner. Sometimes I could apply a few drops of essential oils just because if I want my hair to smell a little nicer. But other than that, no products, no conditioner, nothing. Because I find that water is actually the best moisturizer. And if you need that extra oomph to get your hair to absorb in that moisture, you just need to increase the temperature of the water you're using. The good thing about this is, even if you had build-up before, just doing this is going to help to remove the build-up. So you get the benefits of a deep conditioning process without any risk of build-up, and I love it. Number 3, and people will go crazy for this, and this is that I cut my locks every other week. But I'm not just randomly cutting my hair. This is actually intentional. I had color damage from when I dyed my locks a few months ago. And even though I've already cut off the obvious damage, I don't want to keep any dye-treated hair long term. Because if you've ever dealt with color damage, you know that it doesn't always show up all at once. You think you've removed it, and then later some locks start to thin again. So instead of waiting for that to happen, I'm actually being proactive. Every couple of weeks, I check my locks for even the slightest signs of weakness, and I cut them. But here's the important part. I reshape my locks as I go, because what I don't want is to end up cutting damaged locks and then lose my volume. So after I cut, I go ahead to reshape my hair so that I still keep the voluminous locks that I love. Because shape is everything when it comes to volume. And I'm also doing it gradually because I don't want to shock myself or shock you guys with obviously shorter hair one day. So that's why I'm taking my time to do it slowly. I know obviously that will mean that I will not notice any growth with my locks for the next few months, which is fine, as long as I'm still able to keep the volume of my hair. That's all that matters. It's slightly shorter. It's just a little bit shorter than how it was, but it's not that obvious that people notice. Number 4, wetting my locks in the shower a lot. I know that some people avoid water like it's the enemy, but locks actually thrive with water. Dryness is the real problem, so you want to avoid this at all costs. Number 5. Now, this is going to get some people angry because I know people in the lock community are against this. And this is sleeping with wet locks. Why do I do it? Because it's convenient. So most times when I get back home after a long day, I just want to go into the shower and allow the water to run down my hair. And if I feel like doing it, I am going to do it. When your locks are actually clean and free from buildup, they dry properly and they don't smell. Also, I don't wrap my locks at night. I always sleep on a satin or silk pillowcase. And whenever I'm sleeping on wet hair, I basically flip my hair off my body, off my neck. By the next day, when I wake up, my hair is usually dry, or at least almost completely dry. Number 6, I don't dry my locks with a towel at all. And I've been doing this since when my locks were very, very short. I just squeeze out the excess water and let them air dry. and that has worked for me. Number 7, rinsing my locks with cold water on wash day. So I rinse my locks with very cold water at the end of wash day. If I tell you that that's something I enjoy, I'll be lying to you. It's not comfortable. It's very, very uncomfortable, especially when the weather is cold. But the results are amazing. Number 8, and this is something you guys already know. Those of you who have been following me for a while, you already know. And that is that I don't retwist my locks the normal way. I don't freeform. I do retwist regularly, but I just don't do it the way most people do it. And that's very intentional because I care more about the long-term health and thickness of my hair than having a freshly done retwist look. Instead, I use my own technique, and that keeps my locks looking as thick as they naturally are without that fresh retwist look. But it still keeps each lock standing on its own. So my locks are completely separated down to the root. And honestly, that's a big reason why my locks have stayed thick over the years. Number 9, I wash my locks with black soap. I've been doing this from the very beginning of my lock journey. And I had a brief moment where I stopped using it and moved to other shampoos, which was okay. But now I've gone back to washing my locks with black soap. I've been washing my hair with black soap for about a decade now, if I'm being honest. And I love it. Number 10, I always air dry. And yeah, it takes a little longer to air dry than to use a hair dryer. But I do this because my scalp gets really sensitive to heat. If I do need to dry my hair a little faster, I would rather use a fan than a hair dryer. But now it's quite cold where I live, so I don't even use fans anymore. Now, be honest, which one of these things made you pause the video? Because I know that at least one of them shocked you, especially if you're new here on my channel. And if you've ever been told that there is only one way to take care of locks, this video is your reminder that there is no one size fits all when it comes to healthy hair. So with that, we've come to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope you guys learned something. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if this is your first time on my channel and you'd like to see more videos from me, then definitely subscribe. If you'd like to learn how to get locks that look like mine, I have an online course where I share a step-by-step guide on how to do this. The link will be in the description box. If you also want to get up close and personal with my hair to see everything I've done and everything I continue to do to care for my locks, click the join icon under this video to become a member of this channel so that you get access to exclusive videos. All the products I use will also be linked down in the description box, and every other thing I offer will be in the description box as well. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video.